Hey, good morning, beautiful people of Facebook. Good morning from Atlantic Beach, Florida. It is a quiet morning, and it's actually a little late. It's 8:15. We're gonna go for a little skateboard. Do you like to skateboard? I don't do it that much, but you're gonna come for a little ride with me if you've been on a little skateboard ride for me. We're gonna go for a little cruise in the neighborhood. So the question while we're going through this is bigger, better? That's the question. And this is not necessarily going to be related to fitness, but I wanted to share with you a little bit of my neighborhood, a place that I've been for the last 20 years, actually. One home right there. There it is. That's my home, little beach cottage. And we got the beach. The beach is right down the street there. Really, really beautiful. The sun's coming up. Right at the end of that street is where we go to the beach, where you see sometimes I share with you sunrise, but I'm going to share with you a little of my neighborhood. So come for a little skate. So what I'm riding, let me just share with you. This is called a Carver board. So what it is a Mayhem Carver board. They make surfboards, and it's kind of neat because this kind of skateboard, actually you can cruise. Good morning, Wendy. Hey, when you come on here, let me know that you're coming on live. If you've ever been to Florida, maybe Atlantic Beach, if you're catching this and you're in Atlantic Beach, don't worry, the secret's already out. It's kind of ridiculous right now what's going on in this neighborhood. There's always been changes, right? Any kind of neighborhoods have changed. Like here's an older neighborhood, and what's happening, a lot of these old beach homes are getting bought out because the space is kind of limited, and it is a really, really beautiful area. But hey, let's talk as we skate. So I learned how to skate when I was a kid, away from it for a while. And I just outgrew it. I started to ride bikes, and then I drove cars and stuff, and then I got out of it altogether. And then when I had a family of my own, my son got into skateboarding, and this is just kind of a beach community. So I got back into skateboarding. And so that's where we're at. I don't do the skating with the tricks and all that stuff anymore. I used to do that, but it's something I haven't been. We gotta watch these rocks. I'm gonna get on a smoother road here in a moment. And I'm gonna share you some crazy things that are going on in this neighborhood. Hey, this is the street we're going down. This is pretty cool. It's a straight street. This is like right at the end of mine. Check this out. But check out what's happening in my neighborhood. So that used to be a little home right there. Look at that. You can have that one for, I think, about 1.8 million. Check out this little one here. You can buy this one. It's for sale. Oh, let me see here. This one's for sale if you want to buy it. It's in between. Check this out. This was the little one here, and they just built this. And then this little guy right here, you can have that for 800,000. I think it's maybe a 200. I think it's a 2-bedroom. I'm playing realtor. Maybe I should be a realtor. Sell homes instead of selling fat loss and weight loss. That might be more fun, right? I like homes. Check this one out. It's pretty big. This one's huge. I think this one's over maybe 2, something like that. Check this out. See that? So this was a little home. That was a little home. Pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. All right, here we go. Yeah, so what they're doing is these little cottages, there's like a one over there, the little white one. They're taking those and they're buying them, and then they're just tearing them down, and they're putting up these big giant houses right here like you see. So my question to you while we're doing this, let me get on a little better road. There's actually another road. Let me get across here. We're gonna go a little closer to the beach. And my question to you is bigger really better? This is kind of the question my wife and I were talking about when it comes to homes. And I'm not talking about your weight, so don't worry. This is a light one. It's Saturday. I'm excited. This is a big weekend for us. And next week, my son graduates high school. And then also my daughter actually starts to drive. So we have our youngest is turning 16. Now I'm going to go on sidewalk here. Our youngest is turning 16, and our oldest is graduating high school. Lots of excitement, lots of fun. Today's pretty chill and relax. So hey, check out the street. So I'm on a sidewalk now. That's why you hear the bumps, not on the main road. Some beautiful homes. So we're like 1 block. So we're 1 block away from, I was going to show you that one. I'll show you the next one. There's a whole bunch of houses for sale. When we moved here now, mind you, if I tried to live here now, couldn't afford to live here now, but we moved in 2002. We bought a home here in 2002, and it was pretty much, most people would think of it now as a total teardown, but we lived in it, and we made it our own. We made it a home. On a side note, a house is just a house. A house isn't a home. No matter how big it is or small it is, what makes a home is what's inside of it, right? And it's not all the fancy stuff, it's the people that live in it. That's truly what I believe as far as when it comes to making a home. It's kind of like your body, what's inside, right? What's on the outside, yeah, you can look good, have the muscles, be lean and strong and toned, but it's what's inside of truly what makes the person. So check this out. Let's do a little quick connect to the beach here. I'm going to share with you. This is one block. So we have one more block. Come and enjoy this. There's some older homes. This is like an empty lot. There's an older home here, really pretty. And then this one's this is pretty too. They redid one of these about maybe 8 or 9 years ago. Pretty beautiful. You wonder why we love it here so much. So this is the street closest to the beach, called obviously Beach Avenue. If you live here, let's see here. See, that's called Beach Avenue. And then these are some oceanfront homes. Oh, this isn't not where here. Well, let's go down to the beach. We got to go one over, one back. Oh, 4th Street, yeah. Hold on one second. Actually, we'll just go down here. Let me just go down here. Stay with me. Stay with me. So, looks pretty beautiful. Actually, it looks like a little wave. Some beautiful oceanfront homes. Actually, I'm going to share with you one of my favorite homes today. This is truly one of my favorite homes. I'm not much for the bigger homes. I like the older classic homes. Let me just see here. I like the older classic homes. This is one of my favorite homes in Atlantic Beach. I think I can sneak and give you even a peek. Hopefully they're not in there. Hopefully I'm not invading somebody's privacy. This is one of my favorite homes in Atlantic Beach, old school. And you see, these are some oceanfront homes right here. Pretty beautiful, right? So you can imagine now, if I ever tried to live this close to the beach in New York, there's no way, no way. So expensive there. That's where I grew up, out in Long Island. So expensive. But beautiful sand they have here. This helps protect the dunes. If you notice, there's like these dunes, and this actually gets torn down from the hurricanes. So we have the hurricanes, and you see this helps protect the homes. That's a beautiful home. I think that one over in the corner behind that gazebo is maybe worth about 10 million. Kind of crazy, right? Do you think of bigger is better? I don't necessarily feel that way. I think there's beautiful homes that are small. I always, it's hard not to compare when you live so close to these homes that are just crazy. Actually, check this out. I got a home to share with you. If you see in the background, check this out. Let's see if I can do this. So you guys have heard of, let's see if I can scroll in on it. Where is it? Down there. You see that one right there? See that big home? It looks like a cinder block. Not pretty cool? That's way down there. That's a modern home. They did that about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Huge. Well, have you ever seen Cobra Kai? Have you ever checked this out? I think I shared it a while back, maybe in a video a couple of weeks ago. They were filming the next season of Cobra Kai here, right down at the house, actually. Right down at that house over there, which is pretty neat, Cobra Kai. And so you see the next season of it. And they did some filming here in Atlantic Beach. I think they partly, because I know it's in California, I believe, where they filmed it, most of it. But when they were shutting down, I think they came out to another area that was more like a beach. So they decided to do it here. Yeah, this is one of my favorite houses. You can see a little better picture of it. Pretty cool. My dad was a carpenter growing up, and he worked on old homes, not here in Florida, but on big homes, huge homes. And he used to do renovations and stuff. And so I have a little bit of a love for old classic type homes, cedar homes, cedar shingle homes, and that sort of stuff. That's why we did ours over. Ours is a concrete block home, and we did it over in cedar. But hey, come on, take a look. It's the weekend, it's Saturday, and I want to share with you just in this bigger is better type thing, if you're listening. Beautiful, right? So beautiful. The water temperature is warming up too. We went for a swim last weekend. It was a little more rough, but it was actually really nice to get in the water. Oh, salt air in my lungs. I love the mountains, but there's just nothing better than having, like right now, just the salt air. It's maybe getting a little bit humid here in Florida. It's just how it is. It gets hot here, but it's kind of funny if you come from up north, if you ever come down to visit, it needs like a season for you to thin out your blood. Once you're able to thin out your blood, so to speak, the weather, it kind of gets on you in a good way. The warm feels real good. I'll take warm over cold. Can I get an amen there? Cold is cold, but when you get older, I don't know, your joints start to ache and get stiff. And that's something that I'm not too interested now. I like to skate. I like to snowboard, but I'd much rather be on a skateboard in warm weather, to be honest with you. So, hey, check this out. Let's go for a little cruise. Let's keep going. I'll show you some of my neighborhood. Let me know where you live in this beautiful world. You live in Florida, in Atlantic Beach? Let's turn this around. Let's see. This is a beautiful street. This is called Beach Avenue. And these are where the homes, a lot of them have the homes, and then they have these like garage type homes. And again, these are very, very expensive. But check it out. It's really cool. Really pedestrian friendly. You can see it's real quiet. This is a one-way street behind me. Check that out. My house is way back that way, but then off the street a couple of blocks. And yeah, so, big question, bigger, is it really better? I would say not necessarily. Is a big home beautiful? Yeah, it can be. Does it really make it a home? Not necessarily. I really truly believe that really what makes a home is what's inside the home. And I would say the same. So I want to encourage you, if you're feeling like you're more like that bigger house right now. And I'm talking like physically speaking. Maybe you're overweight, out of shape, and let's just touch base on that for a minute. And really what truly is important when it comes to yourself, your body, your health, your life, is truly what's down in here, what's inside. Now, with that said, I'm going to stress the fact that if you have one body to go through life with, imagine if you only had one house. Now, we've only lived in one house because it's kind of crazy to say that. But I know a lot of people move every, 4 or 5 years. We've been in the same house. It's the only house I've lived in. The only house I've owned. It's the one house that we bought when we got married, and we're still in it. But I know that's not the case necessarily with homes. People sell them, buy them. A lot of people are selling homes in here now, making a lot of money on it and moving in other areas. But you only get one body. You're going to actually be the same person whatever home you live in. And if you only got one, think about this. If you only have one home that you are living in other words, yourself, would it make sense to really treat it with the utmost care? Like to truly give yourself the opportunity to live in your home, so to speak, the best of your ability. And that's what I do pretty much, is help people. I want to encourage you, not that you necessarily need a skateboard like me, but to encourage you, listen, I'm not 20 years old. I'm not 30 years old. I'm not 40. Well, I am 40 something, getting close to 50. I enjoy Saturdays. I enjoy really being active and fit. I enjoy actually doing active things. We have a little, this is a cool little tennis court over here. Pretty cool in there. I'm not a tennis person, but again, maybe you want to play tennis and you're in your 40s or 50s and your body doesn't allow you to do that. Maybe you want to skateboard. Let's see here. Maybe you want to skateboard. I got to look up, let's make sure I just keep that down. These are not the appropriate shoes, by the way. I have actually running shoes on now. They're a little more comfortable, but they're not skate shoes. And if any skater saw me now, they'd probably call me a kook? A kook. You want to be a kook, do you? Hey, listen, it's Saturday, and I don't know what your plans are for today, but I hope you have a beautiful, amazing, blessed day. I hope that if you're maybe not meeting your full potential, not living the life that you truly want to live, the healthy kind of lifestyle that you want, reach out to me. Again, as far as being special about what I do, it's not so much just what I do and how special it is. It's really the specialness of the people I get to work with. It's you, the people that I even see a couple on here right now. Morning. Hi. The people I get to work with, they are truly what makes it special. It's kind of interesting that over 3 years ago, I decided to take my training and coaching and fitness expertise online, and I had no idea what that would look like. And it was really hard at first. I used to work with people in person, owned a gym and all that stuff, and I had no idea. And I'll tell you what's been so amazing is not so much that I've been able to transition my business online, that I've been able to pivot, so to speak, as I'm doing that on my skateboard, but I've been able to really meet some of the most amazing people. Oh my goodness. And I hope to meet some of you who maybe you're amazing from the inside, but you're feeling, as far as how your body is feeling right now, isn't feeling so amazing. And I'll tell you what, I want to encourage you not to give up. Whether you decide to work with a coach like me, or I'm just going to come over here for a moment and take a seat. Let's go over here. It's kind of quiet. This is pretty neat. Check this out. I'm going to share with you a little quick story. When we moved here, when I got married, this is pretty neat. I don't know how I ended up here. Oh, okay, take a break. So check this out. When my wife and I were engaged, this is a pretty neat little side story. The day we got engaged, the day we were flying down to Florida, this is pretty neat. The day we were flying down to Florida, excuse me, I'm a little out of breath. We decided to fly down to where her sister lived, which is here in Jacksonville. And we decided, hey, we want to live near the coast. You know, we were planning to be together. I had not proposed to her. It was actually the day I proposed to her. It was the same day we were flying down here to Jacksonville. And then we were going along the coast to Carolinas and looking at homes, looking at places where we can actually start a family. And we came here. My wife had a job interview, because she was just looking at work. And my sister-in-law, Jodine, I know she'll remember, she took me to this exact park. Now, it's a little different. It's changed a little bit, but this is a little tiny park. There's a little theater. It's pretty cool. You might have seen some videos, some workout stuff here. This is in the center of our little town. It's very quiet right now. Very pretty. Look at the beautiful palm trees. Isn't that beautiful? Like, it's very, very beautiful here. Homes all around. And she said, well, let's go check out Atlantic Beach, because you're up north. You'll probably like the type of homes that are here. And anyway, I did. And we came here, and I remember talking right here at this place. Is pretty cool. Right here at this place. Maybe you've been to this park if you live here. If you ever decide to come here, if you got little ones, this is a nice little park, a little tiny park. There's nobody here right now. Everybody's still sleeping, which I don't know. If there's young kids here, I don't know how they're sleeping. Mine never slept. But anyway, we went to this park, and we were talking to people, and the people in the park were so nice and friendly, and they were saying how much they loved Atlantic Beach. And then I just fell in love with it. And that was in 2002. And then we got married, and that was it. We were able to find a home here, and we were able to raise our family here, and really, like, literally make our home our home. And it's not a big home. That's the funny thing, is the homes now, I think we have one of probably the smallest houses in the entire neighborhood. Maybe not the exact smallest, but definitely not as small as that green one that was in between those two big houses I showed you earlier. I think it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Check this out. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It's a block and a half from the beach. 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It's on, I think, a lot size of 100 by maybe 45 wide. And it's not even 1,000 square feet. It is 975 square feet. And I believe the asking price for it is about $800,000, which is crazy. And somebody might buy that and actually just tear it down. That's just what's happening here. So it's kind of nutso. But anyway, we moved here, and we made our home. And it's not a big home, but it is a home. And it's something that, how did it become a home? We invested in it. We spent a lot of hard work, time, sweat equity, right? We invested our money, our resources into it, and it's truly become a place that we've made our home. Now, I don't know if we're planning to live here forever, because things are changing here. Time's changing, things are changing, our kids are getting older, but it is something that right now, the value of our home is not so much on what's on the outside or how big it is, it's what's on the inside. So just today, you know, in this kind of question of, is bigger really better? And really what matters most is what's deep inside of you, what's inside, and how you feel about yourself, how you believe in yourself, who you surround yourself with, how you invest your time, how you invest in your relationships, whether it's your relationship with God, your relationship with yourself and your body, with your family, with your loved ones, relatives, so forth. And on this Saturday, I just wanted to say how much I'm so grateful. I think part of helping me make my inside my home, meaning in here, my heart, and just is the ability to have so many amazing people to connect with, like you. Kathy and Wendy, I do appreciate. Anybody else, if you're watching this, let me know, by the way, if you caught this on the replay, just hit #replay. I would love to connect with you. And whether it be on a fitness level, a spiritual level, or just maybe you're in my neighborhood here and you know this park well and you're like, why are you telling everybody? It's already too full. Fortunately, it can't get too much fuller because there's pretty much an occupancy level here. I don't think they can start going up too much higher with the homes. Here's a crazy one. This one here, this is kind of a weird story. That looks like a whole center. That's a house. That's one house right there. And nobody lives in it. Nobody lives in it. And it's one of the biggest houses in the neighborhood. And they started building it, I think when I was at the gym, let me see. When I was at the gym and I owned a gym, they started building this house. And they took 2 lots, I believe it's 2 pieces of property, and they started building. And it's enormous, but it's about halfway done. and then they just left it and it's empty. And it's one of, like I said, one of probably the biggest homes in this neighborhood here, and it's completely empty. So I guess it just goes to show that isn't the size of the home that matters. It's really what's inside of that home. And you can have an empty big home, or you can have a full home that's not so big. And that's all I have to say. Have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and hope this little episode of a little share of my neighborhood, we're not going to call it so much a daily dose anymore. Take care and God bless. Hope you have an amazing weekend.